Hello you beautiful, beautiful people, welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today we're going to be jumping in to the Winter Festival Players for Series 33 and we're going to be taking on this week's Forzathon challenges, driving at its finest, collecting 160 Forza points and 5 points towards the Festival Players upon completion. We're also going to be jumping into this week's Forzathon shop and taking a look at all the Festival Players rewards and restrictions for this week. So if you happen to be new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, smash that like button, share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's Forzathon challenges. Let's jump straight in to this week's Forzathon challenges, driving at its finest, kicking things off with Chapter 1, Race Car at Heart. Own and drive the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS to get behind the wheel of this 690 brake horsepower rear-wheel drive monster that's built for the track. So this is the vehicle we're going to be using for this week's Forzathon challenges, the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. This thing is a personal favourite of mine, so I can't wait to jump in. Going to set you back at 315,000 credits at the auto show. As always, the tune that I'm using in today's video is up for download. If you wish to use it, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631, the file name Skippy YouTube. Share codes for tunes, as always, are in the description and in the comments below. Own and drive them, which never changes. Hop into free roam, drive a couple of seconds down the road, race car at heart, complete. So with Chapter 1 complete, is on to Chapter 2, Refined Racer. The GT2 RS has always had a reputation for being wild and exciting to drive, but this 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS brings an extra level of poise and refinement that really allows you to confidently push it to its limits. Let's go and get a feel for it by reaching a total of 300 miles per hour across speed zones. Now, any speed zone will do. In fact, any combination of speed zone will get this chapter complete. I would suggest using the Trebol speed zone located on the motorway that runs through the centre of the map. Ignore the 3-star objective, we just need to get as high a top speed as we can through this speed zone. Here we go then, into the Trebol speed zone at 236-37 miles per hour. Just as much speed as you can through any speed zone within Forza Horizon 5 and rack up that mileage. Coming up to the finish gate nice and quick at 238. So we need roughly 65 more miles an hour to get this chapter complete. So I've gone ahead and flipped the Porsche around and I'm just going to hit the same speed zone again on the motorway. Nice big speed, 210, 211, 212, 213. Should get this chapter complete pretty easy. Half a mile to go, full throttle, 9th gear, 231 miles an hour, through the camera, 223.17, combined with my other run, that's going to give us the miles an hour we need to get this chapter complete. Refined Racer complete. So with Chapter 2 complete, is on to Chapter 3, Weissach Performance. Your 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS comes with the optional Weissach Performance package, including a lighter titanium roll cage and carbon fibre used throughout. You can even spot some Weissach badges on the headrests and dashboard. See if you can notice these upgrades whilst you beat any ghost in Rivals. So for this challenge, hop into your pause menu and head on over to the online tab. Head on over to Rivals and head into Horizon Rivals. Now from here, pick which category you want to race in. I would suggest using either road racing, drag racing or street racing. They're going to be best for the Porsche GT2 RS. Now obviously drag racing is going to be the quickest, so that's the one I'm going to be using today. And I'm going to be heading on over to the Tucana drag strip. Now I'm going to be using S2 for my class of Rivals because that's the class my Porsche is in. The reason I'm using the Tucana drag strip is because I have a dirty lap time to go and beat. Now a dirty lap time is the easiest because all you have to do is put in a clean lap. You don't have to beat it, it just needs to be clean. Now if for whatever reason you don't have a dirty lap time to go and beat, go ahead and change your rival. From here you can scroll down through the leaderboards to find yourself a dirty lap time. These are the times marked with a yellow exclamation mark. So we have our dirty lap time, we have our Porsche 911 GT2 RS. All that is left to do is to go ahead and beat our rival. So let's get the hammer down. He's there on our left. I thought he was behind us, but he's not, as he puts on the brakes. Coming up to the finish line for a 14.9, I think that was. There it is, beating my rival 14.9. Like I said, doesn't have to be quicker. If you're up against a dirty lap time, just put in a clean lap. And then once you're back in free roam, that'll be a Weissach performance complete. So with chapter 3 complete, it's on to chapter 4, Mean Machine. Fitted with a 3.8 litre flat 6 turbocharged engine at the back and driven through a 7-speed PDK paddle shift automatic transmission, the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS definitely packs a punch. Go and complete an Event Lab event and really put it through its paces. So luckily for you guys, I've gone ahead and created an Event Lab for such an occasion. So head into your pause menu, head on over to the Creative Hub and head into Event Lab, and then head into Event Lab Blueprints. Now luckily for you guys, I've gone ahead and created an Event Lab for such an occasion. Jump into the pause menu, head on over to the Creative Hub and head into Event Lab, and then head into Event Lab Blueprints. Go ahead and hit the search button and enter share code. And then pop in the share code 820007657, where I have a blueprint over on Event Lab Island called Forzathon Event Lab. Now, of course, you don't have to use this Event Lab. You can use any Event Lab within Forza Horizon 5. Just this one isn't very long at 0.3 miles in length and it is just a straight line. Here we go then. Let's let it rip. Roughly half a mile in length. Bang it up through the gears. Little jump for some extra style points and across the line. So it would appear that I actually completed the weekly Forzathon challenges during my Event Lab. The notification popped up at the bottom. I just didn't notice. So that is driving at its finest, completed, collecting 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards our winter dry season. So let's jump on over to this week's Forzathon shop and take a look. So we've got more auto show cars in the Forzathon shop. 2005 Ferrari FXX, 2.5 million credits at the auto show or 700 Forzathon points. The Apollo IE, 500 Forzathon points or 1.5 million credits at the auto show. Vanity items up for grabs this week, the La Cucaracha car horn and 2 more rare wrestling outfits, the green wrestling mask and the green wrestling outfit. 75 Forzathon points for each of these. Just make sure you are picking up the wrestling outfits as they've been in the game since the beginning and they're only just starting to get them now. And as always, any spare Forzathon points knocking around, grab yourselves a normal wheel spin for 60 Forzathon points, or you can grab a super duper wheel spin for 150 Forzathon points. And let's jump back to the playlist and check out all of this week's rewards and restrictions. So the winter dry season then, 75 points up for grabs in total. For 20 of those points, the number 1 Evolution TA, a car I've been very much looking forward to unlocking. And for 40 points, a hard to find car, the KTM Expo GT4. This week's online trial, Clio Clash, is going to bag you the Bugatti EB110. Car restriction this week, any model of Renault Clio B700. 3 event labs on this week's playlist, a Super Bowl spin, the BMW i8 and the Jaguar LW E-Type all up for grabs. Car restrictions for these, any Track Toys A800, Retro Sports Cars A800 and Track Toys S1 900. Seasonal Player on Games makes an appearance, going to be grabbing a Forza Link chat phrase called Brains. Restrictions for this one, any Dodge A800. 3 PR stunts this week, 2 speed traps and a speed zone, 3 Super Bowl spins up for grabs in total. All 3 PR stunts require us to be in any Classic Racer A800. 2 season championships on this week's playlist, going for Marigold, the number 6 Lola T70 up for grabs. Car restrictions for this one, Classic Racers B700. And on the run, giving out the 911 GT2 RS 2018, the car we've just used for this week's Forzathon challenges. Restrictions, GR Supra versus Z4 Roadster A800. Challenges for this week's winter season, no treasure hunt this week, but we do have a photo challenge, giving out the German race gloves as the reward. Horizon Open challenges this week, ready to race, giving out a song, Peter Robinson's Language, and a collectibles challenge, winner takes it all, giving out a Forza Link chat phrase, thanks for the memories. Once again, for the winter season, no change on the monthly rivals, just another week to better your lap times. And then jumping into the DLC rewards, the Rally Adventure events, 1 Speed Zone Devil's Pass, giving out a Super Wheel Spin, car restrictions, Mini John Cooper Works B700, and a season championship in the works, giving out the Apex Predators T. car restrictions, Mini John Cooper Works B700. And then wrapping things up with the Hot Wheels events, the Ribbon Speed Zone, giving out a super wheel spin, car restriction, any Nissan S1 900, and a Seasonal Championship from Forest to Frost, giving out the Toyota Supra 98, and again, car restrictions, any Nissan S1 900. There we go, that's this week's Winter Festival playlist. The Winter Forzathon challenges done and dusted, and some points earned towards our winter dry season. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, definitely consider subscribing, like button, share the video with a friend, stay safe, and I'm out.